Hi everyone, welcome to your collective reading for the month of April. I've switched from Portuguese to English. Just for this reading, I'll be hopefully doing readings in both languages. I will not be doing the readings sign by sign every month. It's obviously by my inconsistency that I cannot do it. I don't have the time or the energy to keep up with such extensive readings. So what we'll be doing here is a collective reading for all of us, since we are experimenting such big and huge shifts in the energy to what's happening up in the sky that is reflecting here on our bodies and our manifested reality. So we'll get back in a minute just to the astrological talk, although I am not an astrologer. I think I know like 1% of what astrology can be, but I am curious and I like to relate a little bit of the little I know about astrology into my tarot readings. After the collective reading, I will do like one card, two cards. Let's see what comes up for each sign. You can find the timestamps in the description box below. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do. This way you'll be notified whenever I do any reading, and this also supports energetically my work and helps it to appear more often to other people that might not know the channel. Okay, so I'll be talking a little bit about astrology while I shuffle the cards for the collective reading. Sorry, I get a bit of sand, scratchy. Okay. We've been living very exciting and transformational times. We've come out of solar eclipse in Aries, followed by a new moon in Aries. And we've been, actually, by the way, welcome to Taurus season. As a sun in Taurus with Mercury in Taurus, I've worked with many archetypes, but being a Taurus is one of my favorite archetypes to work with it and to identify with. So back to the solar eclipse. We had this, we call it hybrid solar eclipse, because every sign starts at 0 point degrees and ends at 29 point degrees until it moves on to the next sign. So the solar eclipse happened in the 29th degree of Aries. So it's like at the finishing, at the almost like the prize, the ending of the run of this energetic signature of Aries that brought up the internal warrior within you, maybe the entrepreneur, the starter of something. We used to say that the year begins with Aries season, and now we had this shift from Aries season to Taurus season with the solar eclipse and with the new moon. So the solar eclipse, it was not visible except for only part of Australia. It was not visible from Earth because most of this eclipse happened over the ocean. And how beautiful is this? It also shows us how that reflects into our emotional body. As we know, the water element is connected with our emotions. The moon is also connected with our emotions and our shadow work, and the sun is our identity. So this is astrologically speaking, but also it is truth for many philosophies and doctrines. If you study a little bit, you know that they're saying most of it the same thing in different words and with different metaphors and different archetypes. So this solar eclipse, I'm going to shuffle and turn up the cards and see. The solar eclipse kind of puts this moon, the disk of the moon, in front of the sun and gives this, from our Earth perspective, that there's this ring of fire around the moon. So the darkness of the moon is embedded with the background of the light of the sun. So you can imagine how that impacts our transformational process and shifts, because an eclipse, it's a very short period event. It's meant to be a portal of transformation. That's why eclipse season intensifies. So it's also the first eclipse we're having. We're going to have on the 5th of May a lunar eclipse in Scorpio, but I will talk about that in another video. And it's very interesting how maybe you were pulled to an uncomfortable zone where you had to be face to face with a new version of yourself. Maybe this new version of yourself is something that other people don't know, but you know. You know the internal shifts you have been through Aries season, and you also, it's like you come up to the conclusion and you can tap yourself in the back how much you have healed, how much you have transformed, how much you have shifted, and all of that you shed and left behind. Because with Saturn in Pisces, you have a lot of karmic cycle endings. You are being pushed not to repeat the same mistakes. You're being pushed with your spiritual self, that's the signature, energetic signature of Pisces, to elevate, to understand how you can be your best self, because Saturn is like your coach, but he's a tough coach. He wants you not only to win, he wants you to be the best. But he also comes with this sweet energy of Pisces that is like your spiritual support team, noticing when you give your best and when you give your best. Not when you're just pretending that you're trying, not when you're self-sabotaging. When you truly give your best, that is more than enough. And the universe recognizes and claps hands to those who give their best intentionally, those who go ahead even with fear, even when you're not prepared, because there's this low energy vibe of Aries that might make you listen too much to your ego, that will tell you that you have to be better than others, or that you have to have this and this to follow through, or you don't have enough resources, or whatever it is that the chatter aspect sometimes of the ego is telling you. And it's a blockage, and all blockages are meant to be, you're meant to step on them, to dance around them, to jump, to fly, whatever your resources have, to really, really, really face what's in front of you. And this does not mean, of course, with Aries, it means pushing a little bit effort. But now that the solar eclipse and these new moons are about beginnings. But to have a beginning, you need to have space. You need to have a previous ending. That's why interesting that the solar eclipse brings these endings and the new moon brings these beginnings. And you cannot begin something, like fully begin something where there's still remains of old stories, old perspectives, old visions. So when you bridge this into Taurus season will give you a much more practical approach to whatever you are shifting into. It will place obstacles or opportunities, it depends on your perspective, on how to make things really happen. It's also very connected with the body, with the five senses. So you might want to self-indulge, but be careful with low vibe Taurus energy that might want to make you, buy the stuff, get the best car, get the best clothes or whatever, and focus on the having, because the motto of Taurus is I have, I create. And this the signature, energetic signature of Taurus is about creating from slate. Like a blank slate, there's nothing, and then comes a Taurus, and then there's plenty. So really tap into consciously into what you are creating and beware of not becoming too much materialistic or possessive or Saturn or stubborn. Oh, Saturn is under my tongue. Another important thing in this, by the way, this solar eclipse is one of the most important of the decade. It will have the energies shifting in a way that it might not be very visible like right now, because the energy will play out until 2024, so we still have some time. It is a process. It's not like it's done. It's a process. It takes choices. It takes some choices. And by the way, Lover's card, Gemini energy, the duality, the choice, the crossroads. Okay, let's keep shuffling. One more important thing about this Taurus season, it's for the first time the Sun in Taurus is meeting up, like saying hi to Pluto in Aquarius. So Pluto was in Capricorn since 2008, 2009, and now Pluto and Capricorn, as you know, or you may not know, it doesn't matter, is an earth sign, just like Taurus, and earth signs being Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. And they share themes, and because they share the same element, they rule earth. And the thing is that while Pluto, that rules this unconscious collective and the planet of revolution and death and rebirth, was in Capricorn, the Sun in Taurus was very comfortable in his journey because it was being supported by a fellow earth sign, Capricorn. While there's this change of cards and there's this new boss in town, the new sheriff, Aquarius. And Aquarius, as you know or not, doesn't matter, is fixed sign, just as Taurus, Scorpio, and Leo. That's why astrology has been saying that these times might be a little bit rough for all the fixed signs, and this is why, or one of the reasons why. As Taurus being a little bit stubborn, so is Aquarius, in different ways, of course. So there's this change of cards, and it might be a little bit of uncomfortable for natives of Taurus Sun. So you have, if you're a Taurus Sun, Taurus Rising, or Taurus Moon, but especially Taurus Sun, you might feel this resistance in embarking into the unknown. You might want to say, you know what, fuck the unknown. Fuck the unknown. Can I just be comfortable in what I know and repeat what I know it works? No, you cannot, Taurus. No, you cannot. Pluto in Aquarius will push you into the new, into the disruptive, into uncomfortable situations or people or events that will force you to shed skin. Whether you're a Taurus or not, during this Taurus season, regarding your body, your house, your finances, and your career, you might experience some disruptive events. Remember that Uranus, the planet of unpredictability, is still in Taurus. So Uranus in Taurus is supporting these disruptive events. Remember to be practical, to stay grounded, because there's also the signature of Taurus. Even if you are not a Taurus, we are all being affected by the collective energies, and now we enter the season of Taurus. So there's this beautiful aspect of this invitation of opening to the new, and the new is really new. It's not that shiny new that you're wishing to happen. It's new, raw new, wild new. Stuff you probably have never lived before. So brace yourselves. Okay. Collective reading. Some of you might be dealing with a loss. 5 of Cups. 5 of Cups is a very interesting card because in this loss, you are conscious. You're conscious of what you lost, and that might cause you some grief, whatever it is. So I'm not gonna, unless I have this channel specific message, you know my work. If you know my work, I channel. Sometimes I don't channel. It's what it is. But what was I gonna say? Sorry, just got lost. Okay, if I channel some specific message, I will tell you. If not, I will speak in general ways because it's a collective reading. So it's hard to channel when you're reading for the collective. Take it as it resonates. It can be a relationship, friend, love, family, whatever. It can be a job. It can be any change in your life, something that you lost. It made you sad. You may still a little bit sad, but the Five of Cups is a conscious sadness. Because you see, there's 5 cups that represents offerings of love, or also your self-love, or the dynamic in both, and 3 of them are empty. It's like you've used up all this energy. It doesn't exist anymore. It is solved. Remember, everything that exists in this world, inside you, outside of you, is meant to be born, be maintained, and be dissolved or destroyed. Creation, preservation, and destruction. Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva. Okay? And there's these 2 cups. It's like your hopes. For some of you, there's a lot of projection. It can be your expectations. There's a lot of mental activity, like what if? What if I have done this, What if the other person doesn't do this and this anymore? That hurts me. What if? Well, you can stay here in the land of what ifs and grief. Remember, if you're looking down to what you lost, you can not look up to what you can gain and look at your prize. There's a castle here. You're not alone. So there's a river of emotions to cross. Once you are ready and you are ready to cross this river that represents your internal emotions toward this subject, this situation, this person, whatever it is, there's a prize. But first you must cross it, and that's why some of you are making decisions. These decisions, of course, with the Lover's card, it's very impregnated with dynamic relationship dynamics. It can be romantic love or not. There is love all around, love for your friends, love for your family, love for your pets, whatever it is. Love for a country, love for a cause, for a religion. Love is everywhere. Don't put it all on romantic love, man, or you're fucked. Really. Spread. Oh my God, it's starting to rain. Good. Rain will clear the air for sure. Okay, I will clarify the major arcana. Let's keep shuffling. So about these choices, you see here, Eve decided to eat the apple despite the warnings. She decided to experience by herself what it is to be a human, what it is to feel desire, what it is to not obey a certain rule, what it is action and consequence. And from now on, we have karma, action and consequence. So you might be experiencing a lot of action and consequence from this past loss and grief. Not all action and consequence need to be bad or good. This is your perspective. It just is what it is. For sure it's intense with this combination, for sure. And you have the Tower here. Yeah. For sure it was like something that it was there and not there anymore. Okay, yeah, relationship-wise, yeah, really, most of you that I'm connecting with this reading, you have here the Four of Wands, so maybe you had to make a choice in something that you thought or you once wished, because here the Wheel of Fortune, that would last forever. Could this job last forever? Could this relationship last forever? Could this perspective that I have about myself or this situation could last forever? It was like a little bit set on stone. Maybe some of you, if it's a romantic reading that you are resonating with, maybe you wanted to marry this person, because this card talks about contracts. Maybe it was a job that you thought you would, get a promotion, work there till the rest of your life, become CEO, whatever. But then something was not enough. Emotionally speaking, was not enough. And now you're being forced to make choices that support a new vision, a more expansive vision about what matters to you. That's also the signature of this solar eclipse and this new moon. Because your perspective of what you really want has changed as you also change. Okay, let's clarify major arcana. The more you choose wisely, the more luck will come into you. This is the wheel of fortune. This is the as above, so below. This is you becoming aligned. And so stuff fall on your lap. Money, relationships, new people, new opportunities. Also an opportunity to travel. This is also Gemini energy. So some of you might have Gemini in your chart. Remember that Venus is in Gemini, is the transit that is happening. And it's really interesting because it's making this aspect to Chiron. That you have the opportunity to have healing conversations. You have the opportunity to transform this grief, this loss, this sadness, this intense disappointment about someone else or yourself or any situation into something balanced. You have the opportunity to explain to someone or a group of people why you are making the choices you are making. Why these two cups standing still are not enough for you. You know why they're not enough? Because the enough is at the 9 of cups and at 10, not at a 5. 5 is temporary places. It's not to stay. 5 is in tarot are conflict cards. Inner conflict or outer conflict. In this case, 5 of cups, inner conflict. Inner conflict that comes from another conflict. So this you might have to say to someone or to a group of people, hey, these 2 cups still standing, even if they are full, half full, and they might be empty, they're not enough for me. I'm sorry. I want more. I deserve more. And maybe I can choose more. Maybe there are opportunities around me. You're being asked to stand at this crossroads, that is the Lover's card, and choose what is ultimately best for you. And that might mean in some cases choose, there's a consequence in you choosing you. That means not choosing someone, not choosing this job, not choosing this situation, not choosing this opportunity because you choose whatever is more expensive and auspicious for you, because you're interested or you become interested, 4 of Wands, in the long run. This is the card of contracts, of marriage, of established relationships, or of even if there's no contract, there's this. It's a very public card, the 4 of Wands. It's a card of showing to society or to a group of people where you stand in a certain situation or with a certain someone. And the 4 gives you the stability. You see the 4 makes a square, so it's the first time that all the dots are together. It's in the number 4. 4 in tarot is about stability. It's about conquering a growth that started in 1. There's a lot of duality in 2. In 3 there comes the partnership and the cooperation, and the 4 is like, no, now we've done something. Good for you. good for us, since this is a collective reading. Let's go. Let's clarify Major Arcana, Lovers, and Wheel of Fortune. Tell me what the lovers are doing here for the month of April for my dear collective viewers. Oh, nice. Oh, good. Oh, this is very interesting. I just done this. I read for my day every day, sometimes for the collective, sometimes for myself, whatever works. And yeah, these two cards just showed up in my personal reading. So we have the Emperor and the Knight of Swords. Clean up your house, guys. Clean up your, what I mean by house, it can be your house. It's normal, it's Taurus season. But it's also your finances. It's also whatever you want to take to the long run. So you might get some news that will force you to organize your life for the long run. So it means that you might have, during this month of April, put your energy in whatever is meant to stay here. So that means if 10 people call you up on the phone, you might just answer to your two best friends because you're busy. You're busy because you're the Emperor. And the Emperor is Aries energy, so fast-moving energy, fast-moving fire energy. And then the Knight of Swords is fast-moving air energy. And air with fire, it's an explosion. So the choices that you make are, with the Knight of Swords, smart choices. Choices where mental activity, that means talking, thinking, writing, are present. Okay. There's also some creativity, but they're solid. It means that even if the Knight of Swords sometimes is a bit of a fleeting energy, what I see here is that these choices can lead to fast changes. So really brace yourself, prepare for some fast changing, moving energies during the month of April. Yeah. Okay. Let's clarify. Let's keep going. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. So I love this cards for you. So the Sun and the Eight of Wands, clarifying the Wheel of Fortune. Let me tune in with the reading. Yes, what is shifting here? Sorry, I live near the hospital and sometimes I have to listen to the ambulance. It's not my favorite, but okay. You're being propelled. One more card relating to interesting, deep thoughts. The Eight of Wands is transformational thoughts. So you need to surround yourself with people that are on the same gear, the transformation gear. People that are moving forward, they have their set eyes on goals. They are not afraid to make choices. They are not afraid to leave people and stuff and situations or careers or jobs behind if they no longer serve them. It's 2023, people. There's no time for whatever takes energy from us. And the Sun, you might be embodying a new quality in your identity that is very inspiring to others. So this is what I was talking about previously when I was talking about astrology. So this aspect of having, it's not like a new identity, it's aspects within yourself that might feel new to other people. People might say stuff, oh, I didn't know you were into that, or I didn't know you liked it, or I didn't know, but you know. There's a lot of light and fire and air in this reading, a little bit of water. Yes, this is totally, you're in for I think we're in for a big explosion events in our lives. They are very, can happen a little bit faster than we expected, or we think we are ready for. But don't forget, you have the Emperor energy. So if it happens to you, you're probably ready for it. Of course, the Lovers, Gemini energy, about duality, there's a choice element. Are you up for it, or are you not up for it? Just take an oracle card. Let me just take one for the outcome of this reading. Sometimes I feel I'm reading a little bit general. I'll be more specific when I do the readings now for the sign. Oh, okay, that's I saw it coming. Seven of Swords. Beware of that aspect within you that still operates from I'm going to do da 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 because no one is watching. The universe is always watching. Your higher self is always watching. And sometimes you cannot outsmart other people. Knight of Swords. You're smart. You're surrounded by smart as well. Also, I feel, just a second, let me just go back. If you have the card of choice being clarified by a fleeting energy, like Knight of Swords, so this is people that come in and out of your life to teach you a lesson. They won't stay long. They only stay longer if you hold on to them, and that's when we start to say that might be toxic dynamic, because there is this hole that's being carved by the I have and I don't have, I'm good and I'm not good, so it's too much of a bouncing energy. We're meant to have stability to create and to grow, otherwise you cannot build anything. Okay? And you might have to choose. Some of you will choose Knight of Swords energy because it's very exciting, it's very alluring, it's also very smart and creative and young. If it's a relationship dynamic, it might be someone younger than you. Knights are usually young people. They're like young adults from their 20s to their 30s. Okay? And Emperor qualities are like 40, 50, 60. Old people is like your mom, your dad, or someone wise and old, your grandparents, the wise old man in the street that reads books and talks about you, and talks with you about everything in life, So there's this choice into what's fleeting and exciting, but really you cannot build on it. And remember, you're being called to build, or at least you have that in you. And the Emperor. So the Emperor is usually someone very wise. It can also be an aspect within you. Seven of Swords brings up the self-sabotage. That's when you choose not very wisely. That's why I'm mentioning it regarding the Lover's card. Remember to, above all, love yourself in the choices you make. Seven of Swords is a temporary energy, really. It leads to nowhere but a blockage, because all these swords are these thoughts and these ideas that this guy is taking away. They don't belong to him. So either you're doing this to someone or someone is doing this to you. This is my thief card. This is usually like an energetic thief, energetic vampire, whatever. I don't want to sound too harsh in the words that I use, but you know what it is. Either you are doing it or someone is doing it to you. It's also a card of self-sabotage. So, summing it up, it all comes up to focus on your growth, accept the losses, choose wisely. You will be presented two very alluring choices, like to eat the apple or not to eat the apple. Anyway, all these actions have consequences. Eventually, even if you choose poorly, the Emperor is such a solid energy, and with the Four of Wands, because these two cards are like cousins, it will stand. The Knight of Swords goes somewhere else, but this stands in your environment. So that means you can kind of have a second try, a second go in something. Anyway, make sure you are invested in this above as below dynamic. That you receive messages, informations from above, synchronicities. And there's this feeling of being protected and guided by the light, by the sun. Take some time to stay outside, catch some sun, level up your D vitamin in your body. And speak your truth. All these beautiful conclusions you are coming around about yourself, about life, speak to your close ones, to the ones you can build with. Show who you are. This is an invitation to express yourself, to express your identity, but also to be very optimistical about life. You might feel more and more optimistical in this Taurus season as the sun, as the light is lasting longer during the day. So you start having longer days with more light exposure. It's spring. Okay, let's draw an outcome card. It can also function as an advice. Now let's do advice and outcome. My moon in Gemini. Let's have it all. Some advice for my dear collective viewers, and you have the moon. Okay, interesting. And I'm forced to read the Three of Wands because it was here before, also on the top of the deck. And here I see it as my unconscious card. Look where you're going. The moon, it means like you might not know. That's why we are stepping into the unknown in this period of time still. You're stepping into the unknown. You might not see very much of the road because the moon, the moon is not the sun. So, but there's something very sweet about the moon, is where lovers who poets write their poetry, nocturne animals of the night mate. So many things happen under the light of the moon. Spells are made. It's a beautiful time of the night. So you might not know where exactly you're going in the long run, but Three of Wands and Four of Wands. But you know you want to build, you want to grow, you want stability. And stability gives you time to pause and to reflect. Also, there's this aspect of the eclipse that invite a little bit of nothingness, stillness. Is that part of where the disk of the moon appears to be smaller than the sun and is in front of the moon. Okay. So this is your advice. Let's see the outcome. This is the energy that you might feel once you've done the work at the end of May, or at the end of Taurus season. That will be the 21st of May. And then we go to Gemini. And they jump. And the Ace of Wands. Wow. So a lot of sexual and creative energy in the air by the end of the Taurus season. And we have the Two of Wands, the Queen of Wands, also the most sexual energy chart queen, because Queen of Wands fire. There's also my Witch Queen. And you have the Devil, also sexual energy. Okay, oof. Oh my God, what will happen to us? To all of us? Well, immediately with this Capricorn energy, some of you might have Capricorn in your chart. Okay, watch out after doing all this work, all these choices, letting stuff be fine, be optimistical, express your truth, go for it even if you don't see the way. Watch out for don't steal anybody's energy, or don't allow anyone to steal your energy with the Seven of Swords, growth, stability, blah, 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 choices, crossroads. While you're looking, by the end of the month, you can see a little bit more clear your way and you have more resources, right? You know where you're going, Two of Wands. Now you know you're going. But let me just rewind a little bit, because we had the moon with the Three of Wands and now we have the Two of Wands. So it was in an advice position. So as an advice, watch out to whatever situation or aspect in your life during this Taurus season where you think you have more than you really have. And this might be resources, it might be the love of someone. It's like, don't take anything for granted. You cannot really see it. So this, with it, because the Three of Wands is like you have the plan, you have the resources. It's like you're giving a larger step than your legs allow you to, like you're going too fast. Slow down. Slow down, because if the advice has the Three of Wands and the moon, the outcome has the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands is before the three, and there's an order in tarot. There's a really order and hierarchy in the cards. The outcome is maybe you have to be humbled. Maybe something here happens with the moon and the Seven Swords that you are humbled by something wrong that you did or will do, or someone that wronged you. Okay. And you're humbled back. You have to step back. But once you step back, you have the reward to start something new again that is very exciting and promising and alluring. But this time, it's not something you chase. Ace of Wands. Aces are given by spirit, by the universe. It's an opportunity to see if you are with attention, like I said, to the cosmic details, because this can pass you through. This is just a portal. This is like an open door. But you still have to make the choices, walk the walk, to enter this portal. Okay, will you do it? I think you will. Actually, I think you will, but there comes with a warning. So, Queen of Wands, this may be an aspect within you or someone in your life. This is my witch queen. That's why she has a black cat. Actually, the black cat was put in this by the Rider-Waite Tarot. The Marseille Tarot does not have a black cat. This is actually a real cat that existed. It's the Pamela Cole-Smith cat. But it's here for the reason, because she's the most intuitive queens of them all. She doesn't think she knows. She knows. And before it happens, she knows. So whether you need to tap into your intuition and stand in your power, that means queens are royal aspects within you. You are sitting on a throne, so fucking own it. And sitting on a throne doesn't mean you have to have this or that resource, because all you have to do is be a queen. A queen can sit in a pile of trash and it's still a throne, because she is sitting on that pile of trash. So first of all, be careful what you call a throne. Where do you sit? Of course, it was just an example. But yeah, own up your sexual energy, own up your creative energy, own up your intuitive energy. Stay in your ground. This means I don't see you asking anyone for much of an advice, like you know the way, because you've done your internal works. It's more like an internal process. If this is someone in your life, watch out with the Devil card. It's too much of an intense and sexual energy, guys. You can use it to transform, but it has the danger of the five senses. You can get addicted to it. You can get obsessed. So do not get obsessed about someone in your life or an aspect of yourself or a certain activity. Don't become slave to it. You're being asked to walk into the flames without getting burned. Look at all these firemen. You have so much fire in this reading, so much feminine energy as well as masculine with the Emperor, so it's pretty balanced in masculine and feminine, I would say. But this, for the 21st of May, is when Taurus season ends. So until Taurus season ends, as an outcome, this is a lot of fire. It's okay. Then we'll go to Gemini season. It will cool down. They're very rational. Gemini is also very indecisive. So there's something here that needs to come to fruition before you go into indecisive Gemini season or mental rational season, choices season. Before that, there's a big choice that needs to be done. And yeah, I think you're gonna have tons of sex by the end of May, I would say. You, we, it's a collective reading, right? Okay, good. Since there's so much sexual tension in the air, let's go for this beautiful Manara Oracle reading of cards. Oh God, we don't have below the ace. I'm just very curious, sorry. The ace of wands, you have the page of swords. Good, you're starting something new. There's this bling. And I have the ace of, another ace, beautiful. Ace of pentacles and the fool, guys. We are, stir me up and never start. Yeah. Something will happen for sure. I'm very excited for you and for me. What a beautiful reading. Let's see. As an overall theme for April and my collective viewers, give me an oracle card, Mr. Manar, and here you are. Wow, okay. Well, first of all, it's the first time I pull out this card. I've never seen it before, so I'll be needing to read from the book. Wow, beautiful. So this is the card of loving and trusting yourself. I'm just going to show you. It's beautiful. Look at this feminine figure. She's looking at herself in the mirror. Oh my God, she's beautiful also. She's looking at herself in the mirror because she's painting herself. So you are contemplating your view about yourself, and then you paint yourself as a work of art that you show to the world and to the others who are so fucking lucky to have you in their life as you are lucky to have them. Remember, don't take anyone for granted. Not even yourself. Work on yourself. So let me just get the miracle book. Where is it? Sorry. Is it this one? No. Oh my God, I don't think I have it here. I have it in my room. Do I? Where do I have it? I need to pause this and look for it. Got it. For some reason, I had it somewhere else. Because I was reading it, I think. Well, doesn't matter. Let's go for the meaning of this beautiful card. Okay. This is also the card of the fourth chakra. You can see it here. Anahata chakra. Here. And the card of the sun in Leo, which is very interesting because we have the card of the sun here in this reading. It's also Leo energy. So, as always, smart cards are very aligned. So, I'm going to read what this character, that is an aspect of you and me, is saying to herself. Should I be clay to others' desire? Should I mirror myself in my lover's eyes? I will be my muse and my goddess. I will be the master and the servant today. Okay. Let's continue. I want you, but if you don't want me, then I don't need you. Is the motto of the majestic and proud. An ordinary stool can look like a throne. Oh my god, I was just saying this, what the fuck? Okay, an ordinary stool can look like a throne if a queen or a king is sitting on it. Man, it was just incredible. At times, there is no need for others because we are enough to be as great as the whole world. There's a lot of empowerment in this card set in this reading. The trust we need is there in our own eyes. In our body is the truth we need. In our hands, the strength we need. And when we look in the mirror, we should see ourselves naked and love what we see. And then because I know this oracle really well, when we talk about nudity in this Manara erotic oracle, we're talking about being naked is the soul that is naked, is showing who you truly are to yourself, and whatever you do, you think, you feel, but also to others that get to know you more deeply, regardless any judgment, regardless anything. It's about acceptance, being naked in front of others, whether you have your clothes on or not. It's about acceptance. It's also about vulnerability. And vulnerability, and I have some vulnerability here with the Seven of Swords, the Thief, I have with the Moon that doesn't really show the way, and you have some duality about the Two of Wands and the Three of Wands that like sometimes you think you have more than you really have. You can count on stuff that doesn't exist. There's this grief process of sadness. There's this tendency to get too much attached or get obsessed or too much involved in a fiery energy with someone or within yourself. And all this vulnerable process within, when you show yourself vulnerable and naked to others, what happens is that others have the ability to hurt you. Okay? And that can result in deep hurt, but it can also result in deep bonding. You never know. You have to take the risk, you have to take the chance. The chances that are aligned for you. I think this looks very optimistical, you guys. There's not much room for danger here unless you don't know how to control your own sexual and creative power and energy. Just because something is so fucking good, you don't have to be a slave to it. You can enjoy it once it comes your way because you're a queen. Sitting on a throne. You're a queen regardless of the gender. So queens in Taurus are not necessarily women. They're feminine energy. That means they're receptive. They're more passive. And then kings are more masculine. So that means they're more active, and also more rebellious. Kings in Taurus are very rebellious characters. Very interesting. Okay. So being vulnerable, being naked, is the only way to get deep relationships, whether they crack you open into disaster, whether they offer a match, a very deep match. Those matches, guys, they're sacred. I think we're building a sacred environment for deep, deep experiences in our lives during this Taurus season. Everything that relates to the body, the house, the finances, the career, and also the family. And everything that relates to the five senses, the joy, the indulgence, the pleasures of life, eating, sleeping, fucking, Taurus stuff. So let's start with the readings for the, let's get here a little thing that I need because I'm a very forgetful person and I need to have this in front of me, otherwise I forget what I'm doing. Okay. This is really stupid. If I don't have all the signs, I always forget one. So there's apparently in my notes, I have the 12 signs aligned by order, because otherwise I have to count them and I forget. So so they're not here. Okay, let's hope for the best. Oh, they're here. Yeah, okay. Good. Oh man. Let's start with Aries. One more thing. You can watch the small readings for your sun sign. It's about your identity. For your, if you have nothing else to do, right? Obviously, for your rising sign, that's how you show up in the world. For your moon sign, that's about your emotions, but also your unconscious process and your shadow work. If you're looking for a romantic love reading, you should watch the reading Where is Your Venus? For example, my Venus is in Cancer, and when I'm looking for romantic readings with other fellow Taurus readers, I watch for Cancer. Sometimes it resonates, sometimes it doesn't. So not all readings will resonate with you because this is a collective reading. If you wish to have a private reading with me, connect with me through Instagram and I can offer you a different kind of reading. But sometimes if you get it all from this reading, you don't have to. And maybe that's where my problem is. These readings are far too good, so people will say, oh, I just saw your general reading, it was so good. So yeah. Anyways, it's what it is. Yeah, you can watch Sun, Rising, Moon, or Venus. Okay, let's go. Aries, what's up with you? Oh my God. Yeah, this is what's up with you. You knew. You knew you had to lose this. 8 of Cups. So, during this Taurus season, you're shedding the skin and emotional skin, dear Aries. You're letting go. Or something emotional. I would say relationship where you put so much of your fucking love. So much of effort. So much of trying to meet the other person in the middle. Until there was no one there to meet you in the middle. And I'm very sorry, dear Aries. If it's not a relationship, it can be a creative project. Something that you hold dear emotionally. That you got very fond of. That you invested a lot of your time and energy. And that you enjoyed a lot. It might be someone that you really loved and liked or appreciated. Or something that you really liked doing. But for some reason, man, you gave it all. And there's no results. So why continue? You're already walking away. Sometimes the 8 of Cups brings a little bit of repent. You know, is the what if I, what if the other person, well, you know what? What if nothing? What if nothing? You just have to stick to the present moment. You're being guided to, don't talk too much about this loss. There's nothing, keep your silence, keep it to yourself. You're still in the process of internalizing something. Something that you're probably going to have to grieve alone in this period of time. This will teach you how to listen to your intuition next time. It's not like it's not a punishment, Aries, okay? It might be hard for you not to take it like a stab in the heart or in the back. A stab in the back for some of you. A stab in the back. But you knew, right? Your higher self already told you before. This could happen. So take it as a lesson. Grow from it. Please. You're not alone. Are you kidding me? Fucking High Priestess is here, watching over your back, telling like, shh, don't overshare. No one needs to know this. This is your internal process. Keep it to yourself. Don't allow others to make this a failure. Some people might want to point the finger and say, I told you so. Well, you can reply to them, well, my higher self, that's far way smarter than you, already told me so and I didn't listen to it, so why would I listen to you? Sometimes we don't listen to other people, it's what it is. We think we know better, or we just cannot listen. Sometimes we really have to go here. Pain, loss are part of the human experience. You can read all the books you like, do all the spiritual practices you like, you are still bound to suffer. Because you have a desire. And desire provokes attachment. And that provokes so many other things happening within. Well, it's what it is. Unless you are like a hermit living alone in a cave in the mountains, you will have desire. And even those guys have to beat themselves up and do a lot of austerities because desire is part of the human condition. Okay, Aries. Wish you nothing but the best. You got this, bestie. Okay, let's go to Taurus. Every time I read for Taurus, I go like, I'm going to read what's in the cards. I'm not going to identify with nothing because I'm reading for other people. I'm not reading for myself, which I know. Okay, if I see something that's for myself, I might say it with that on it. Okay, so yeah. Now, one more thing that I could do to prevent me from staying ages taking care of these videos, uploading them, is write the timestamps. So, Taurus is on the 14 something. Okay. Let's go. Let's go, Taurus. What's up for Taurus during their season? Okay, there's too much cards. I'm just gonna look at them because otherwise it's not fair. You get so many cards. Okay, but it's your season. Fuck it. Okay. So I saw the Empress in the middle, and now on top of the deck I have the Magician. 3 of Cups. Good. A lot of partying and hanging out with friends, a lot of social life activities. So, you know, if you have a Taurus in our life, you might know that we love people, we also hate them. We love being with others as we also love to being alone, and sometimes, yeah, you never know which side of the bull you're going to get. 10 of Cups. Beautiful. 9 of Pentacles. Beautiful. And Libra energy with justice or karma. So Taurus, you might be getting good karma from past good choices and that had good consequences. So some of you will be celebrating your birthday. So maybe I'm talking to May Taurus, not so much April Taurus that already did their birthday. Well, anyway, collective reading. So if you're asked to go out, to go on parties, to go on social events, to hang out with like-minded people that like the same thing as you, or there's some common interest, say yes, Taurus. You know, you love to stay home, read books, eat food, you know, go on long walks. And I'm not saying not to disengage with all the alone stuff, activity that is very important for your well-being, but hang out to other people. Maybe you get to meet with a magician here, maybe you get to meet new people. Maybe these new people, because disconnected with the 10 of Cups, not only have the ability to make each other's or make each other's very happy, there's this expansion in the social groups that I see happening for you. Maybe you meet more elements of your tribe. Maybe your tribe is expanding. Anyways, a lot of happiness, a lot of fruition, a lot of fun, a lot of happy moments. It's truly your season. You will probably look very attractive if you're single. The 9 of coins, it is the cousin of the Queen of coins. And look at her. You know what she's holding? This is an eagle. So she's having this tete-a-tete with this eagle in her own garden. And she's been, collecting the fruits of her good work, of her past labor. You've been granted the reward, Taurus, because 9 of Pentacles tells me that you've worked hard. You don't get to a 9 of Pentacles out of the blue, You have to pass all this process from the Ace to the 2 to the 3 to the 4 to the 5 to the 6 to the 7. Oh man, and 6, 7, and 8, they require so much patience. And then you have the 9. You have enough for yourself. You're focused on your job. You're focused on your work. You're focused on your finances. You're independent. It's like you don't need anyone. You don't need anyone, but people seem to want you. Maybe it's time to want them back. Want the right people back. So you see you much more engaged within yourself and within others as in a group, group of friends, social events. Okay? And the Justice card brings out the truth. It comes here to balance. It helps you to be generous, to be diplomatic, but also to be very clear in your words, how you relate to others. There's a lot of relatability with the Justice card because it's Venus, but it's not Venus as in Taurus. It's Venus as in Libra. So it has to do a lot of relatability, the way we resonate with others and others resonate with us. So I see you here, Taurus, having a lot of new beginnings in a social group. It might mean new friends, it might mean a new job, something that connects you with people that are like-minded, and this will make you really happy. And it's like people are going to noticing you more. You're being noticed, Taurus. You're being very appreciated in this month. And man, Taurus people give a lot to others, and it's usually the cards are this ongoing process, of learning how to not to give so much or not to prove yourself and connect with people that also are givers, not just with receivers, because givers need givers. Otherwise, everything's fucked up. Otherwise, relationships turn into toxic. There's no other way, right? And it's beautiful to see this receptive energy walking towards Taurus people because you guys give a lot. And now you're receiving. So maybe the people, the Taurus that I'm connecting with and I'm reading for, are being very, very receptive, are receiving. This is really nice. This is really, really nice. Okay, let's move on to other signs. So I wish you nothing but the best, Taurus. Happy birthday if it's the case. And yeah, just let me know if the reading resonated. And hit the like button if you like the reading. Okay, let's go to Gemini. Gemini, my moon is in Gemini. That's why I forget what I'm about to say. I can have two different extreme opinions about the same subject or the same person, and they're both valid. I don't consider myself to be indecisive, but I do change my mind a lot, and I think that's healthy. And it's what it is. If you have Gemini, in your chart, it's just who you are. But it's good to be. It means you're flexible. Okay, Gemini. So I see the High Priestess, and I see the 9 of Wands, and we have the Empress. Ooh, is someone having a baby? There is something connecting with the Taurus. This is Taurus energy. So you come up with the Empress, that is Taurus energy, during a reading for the Taurus season. That shows me, Gemini, that you are very much aligned. Aligned with your body, aligned with the blossoming of the season, aligned with your family, and some of you, if you're a woman, aligned with having a baby. Or if you're not a woman, maybe your baby is a new project, it's a new career, it's a new house, it's something that is material, that you can grasp, that you can touch. And man, it was not easy to get there. 9 of Wands with the Judgment below. So you had to sacrifice a bit. So you've been like rolling out with the punches. It's like whatever you did, nothing seemed to work, and man, you were trying hard. 9 of Wands is the exhausted warrior within. But because you didn't give up, and because you are being asked, well, some of you might have Aries in your chart. Let me just put this in shuffle. Because you had the High Priestess, such as the Strength card. It's just as Aries. Although very different reading. You're being asked to trust your intuitions. Very deep feminine powers here within. If you're a man, listen to the women in your life. Listen to your feminine energy. That means don't talk so much. Listen. Don't do so much. Think before you do. Don't boss around. Listen to others. So you're being asked to step into your divine feminine qualities. The High Priestess and the Empress. A lot of yin here. Let's clarify for my dear Gemini viewers. And the world, man, what's happening in your life, Gemini? Very important. So much big, potent, transformational energy being played out here. So much, like really. I should do this reading more short, otherwise I won't be able to upload them in the same video, but anyways. Okay. The Empress, 4 of Swords, and Death. Okay. Well, for some of you, there might have been a bit of a loss here lately. You won't be granted the fruits of the Empress if you don't stop a little bit and transform. Something needs to go. Death wants to take something that is not even alive in your life to go. So it's dead and done. It's over and out. You just need to release it with the 4 of Swords. It's like you don't even need to do anything, Gemini. You just need to not do nothing. So you and everyone else can see that the heart of this situation is not even beating anymore. And Death came to collect it. So you can have space for new and for abundance and plenty and aliveness in your life. Let this shit go. Death itself came to pick it up. Why are you holding on to this? Why are you so passive? Why do you think you cannot work through stuff? Stop telling yourself this. The world is also the end of a cycle. Allow things to end so you can have new beginnings. That's why this new beginning was so suffered. That's why you had the 9 of Wands. You want to start stuff without ending other stuff before. It's just not possible, Gemini. Really. Man. You know I love you. Wish you nothing but the more luck and best and auspicious events in your life, Gemini, okay? Let's go for Cancer. Okay, so I see the Temperance, I see the Seven of Wands, we had the Queen of Pentacles peaking, which is good. Taurus energy means you're aligned. Ooh, Cancer. Ace of Wands. So much of an invitation from the universe to start again. Whatever makes your heart fire up with enthusiasm. Sexual energy, creation energy, fire energy, transformational energy. You are being given the chance to go on this very beautiful, fiery energy trip. If you embody the Page of Swords qualities, be humble. Know that you are a page. Know that you don't know shit about this new opportunity. It can be a person, a situation, whatever is happening in your life. It's so very new. It's so very intense. It's so very fiery that to start it, you need to be on the Page of Swords mode. And being a page means that you give up being a knight, being a king, queen, and being a king. You are a page. You are a beginner. You are a student. So be a student of your own self and this situation so you can take the most out of it. So the Temperance here tells me that you need to be moderate, so things might, this is like a big thing, a big event, a big person, a big situation. It's huge. You know it. It can put your life in a different level. That's why you have to humble yourself. Be a page. And Temperance asks for moderation. Otherwise, Ace of Wands can make you go a bit crazy. It's too much of a hurricane. That's why Seven of Wands, you feel defensive. You are resisting. One thing is being humble about it and walking the shoes of a student and of an explorer, and pages are explorers. They're very curious aspects within you. You're curious. One thing is being curious about, oh my God, what the fuck is this? Another thing completely different is like, oh my God, what the fuck is this? I don't think I can do it. Oh, I don't think I can handle it. Oh, I might step back. Oh, I'm going to avoid. Here you lose the opportunity for sure. Here you conquer the right to enjoy the opportunity as a queen, a king, or an emperor because you remain curious despite the unknown. So, what's going to be, Cancer? Are you going to follow through your curiosity, the stamina of life? Or are you going to follow through with your defenseness and your fear and your resistance? Your choice, Cancer. Your choice. Let's just clarify one more card. But I see here the Knight of Wands. So you might feel the pull to enjoy this opportunity. If you see the Knight, so the Knights, they have a mission. They go to point A to point B. They also means that they know where they're going, and they're up for the work. They're up for whatever is being asked of them. And the Page of Cups. So I think you're gonna take this opportunity. Let's just shuffle one more card for the outcome. Oh, you have all these cards. Oh, good. So, Ten of Swords, it means there's a cycle of deep pain and suffering, Cancer, and I'm really sorry for this. If it makes you more comfortable, it happens to all of us. And if we don't learn, it will keep happening. So this is being like really beaten up mentally, especially, but also emotionally, can mess up your heart and your brain and your mental stability. And you're just like dead and done. So you probably won't repeat the cycle. So this is like done. This is like more in your past. Now for the Taurus season, I see beautiful. Well, Cancer, the universe loves you or something, because you have the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Cups. So 2 new beginnings. 1 in love, and love does not have to be romantic love. Although I feel you're going to be very loving and very vulnerable and very in tune with your emotions, because we have here the King of Cups. This is you. This is Cancer energy. And with the Ace of Cups, it's a new beginning in self-love. It can be a new beginning in romantic love. And then you have the Strength. Whenever the Strength comes up, it means that you need to show your strength to yourself and to the world in a way that is quiet. It does not have to be so loud. Maybe you are learning that vulnerability is a strength. Maybe you are learning that forgiving is a strength. Forgiving yourself, forgiving others, even if you don't get an excuse, even if you don't listen and I am sorry, because sometimes people are not aware of the shit they do. So how can you say I'm sorry? But to move on, we need to forgive. We just clarify the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Wands. Oh, beautiful. So the Ace of Wands with the 9 of Cups, you're very much focused on your individual happiness. So regardless the others, regardless the situation, what makes you feel good. And that is beautiful. That's why you're being given new opportunities. You know who you are. You're getting to know more and more of who you are. Let's clarify the Ace of Cups. Oh, and the 2 of Cups. Oh, really? So for most of you, if you're single, I don't think you're going to be single for far too long. The 2 of Cups is the, some people call it the soulmate card. I really don't like to use those terms. I think it's very dangerous if we embark in this soulmate journey, I believe, and that's why I try to put these beliefs in my readings, but you can believe whatever you like, of course, is that all people that come into our lives have this role of teacher and student, and we have the role of teacher and student, and those lessons are important. Some might be more or less important than others, more or less impactful, but whatever the lesson is, whatever the length of time people are in our lives, they have this beautiful imprint of helping us shape who we truly are. Whether it is, we call something like a good relationship or a bad relationship, this is just your human perspective. Things are just what they are. And 2 of Cups, some readers call it soulmate. I don't like, because I don't believe in soulmates. I believe in relationships, and all of them matter. I am very grateful to all the relationships that I had. Some of them I might remember it with more love than others, but they all mattered. They all mattered. So 2 of Cups is a relationship that matters. Maybe a little more than the others. Maybe it sets a new tone because it's an ace. Maybe it's the kind of relationship you never had before, because 2 of Cups means deep love, deep connection, deep intimacy, and above all, there's this acceptance, this recognition. If you see, the way they are dressed is very, very different. You would say these people have nothing to do with each other. But it's maybe on the outside they have nothing to do with each other, but these 2 cups of love that's being exchanged is what matters, are blessed from above. Is in this. So what I mean to say by this is, like, sometimes people look at the attributes of what people have and they think that's important. For example, I might have said in the past, oh, I want to date a yoga teacher, and I've met so many asshole yoga teachers that you have no idea. And actually, I only dated one. All of them, they never had the chance to date me, just like, no. So it doesn't matter. What matters is the attributes that matters, is the relationship skills. What is it that you are after? And the relationship skills, for some of you, might be, oh, I want someone that is very brave, or someone that is very self-aware, or very kind, or very nice, or whatever it is that matters to you. This is what inside the cup, the relationship skills, the self-attributes, not the outside stuff like what job people have, how much money they make, where do they live, do they drive a car or a motor, who the fuck cares? That's all bound to change. What it really matters is what you hold inside your cup. That's what you hold inside your heart. What is it that you have to give and to receive? And maybe now you're focusing your relationship choices, and remember the collective reading was about choices in what matters, what truly matters, what's inside the cup. And you, Cancer, you're being in this month very loving, very connected with your emotions. Maybe you're getting to know yourself in a way that you usually didn't. That's why strength appears here. Strength appears here because it shows you that physical strength or pushing forward or making other people listening to you, it won't work. Now you got other skills, more subtle, like talking in a way that people naturally are drawn to you and want to listen and have to convince them. So expressing your boundaries in a way that is loving, that doesn't hurt other people's feelings. Whether it's you or this other person teaching you this, or you both have this common with each other, I think it's a very beautiful connection that you have here. You have kind of a resisting process in the beginning, but I think, yeah, I wish you nothing but the best, Cancer. It's beautiful. Man, I'm Cancer Venus. This reading can also be for me. Beautiful. Can't wait. Okay, Cancer, wish you nothing but the best experiences and processes in your life enjoy your month of April and May. Enjoy Taurus season. See you next month if I keep up with these readings. Okay, let's go to Leo. Okay, Leo. Interesting. Oh, you get half same card as Taurus and repeating cards from the collective reading, and you also get to have same card as Cancer on the top of the deck. So let's see. Okay, Leo, so this Taurus season is going to be about coming out of your shell, Three of Cups. If people invite you, please say yes. Just go. Just connect with groups of people. Like-minded people, people that have the same interests. Make the choices that guide you towards others and towards being committed in your life, committed to long-term choices. This can be contracts or relationships, whatever that it is known that Leo is committed to this and this. Some of you might be asked to move together, to get married, to sign a contract, and you will be guided to choose yes. I think you're choosing more what is established and there for the long run. With the Strength card, and this is your energy, Leo, you might be more working on your internal boundaries, working on how to say no when you really mean it, say no when you want to say no, say yes when you want to say yes, and be strong, but in a soft and moderated way. You know, you're controlling your raw emotions, your unconscious processes. Let me just clarify here. Let's put the strength on top of your reading. After all, it's your energy. And let's clarify the lovers. Okay, Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles might bring an opportunity. It can be a career or a job opportunity. It might be in a sort of way is money coming your way. But it requires that you make the choice of being committed, of being consistent, and not just very easily enthusiastic of things in the beginning. You're being asked to be enthusiastic in the beginning, in the middle, and throughout the whole process of this thing that you are being committed, asking how much do you really like it and love it and see yourself doing this for the rest of your life. Okay? So you might be being given this golden opportunity, but you're also being asked to stay committed, to be consistent, so do the work and accept help from others. Other people are here to celebrate you. Three of Cups, beautiful energy, very aligned with Taurus season. Excited for you, Leo. Let me know if this reading resonated in the comments below. And see you next month. Enjoy your Taurus season. Okay. Let's move on to Virgo. Hello, Virgo. What's up? Let's see what's coming up for you. Oh, Seven of Wands. That's also a card that, Cancer got it. So if you have Cancer in your chart, please watch the Cancer reading. Or you might be connecting with Cancer. And as I say, they flip. They flip. Oh! So many cards. I'm just going to look at them. So we have the Temperance, the Knight of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles. This is what totally jumped. And this is too many cards. I'm just really going to look at them. Okay. Queen of Pentacles, more Earth, King of Wands, Page of Pentacles, King of Swords, and Seven. Okay. Way too many people in this reading, way too many people in your life right now, Virgo. I'm just gonna get one more card to honor the ones that felt. Okay. And Seven of Pentacles. Okay. Seven of Wands. I think you're being Virgo. So after all, let's just start with this. Eight of Pentacles is Sun in Virgo card. I really like this for you in this reading. It shows that you are very much aligned with your superpower, that is being thoughtful of the process, of the details, being perseverant, being patient, and working your ass off. But you are being asked to work in a way that you need to have patience. You need to embody a little bit of Taurus energy, and it's Taurus season. So be perseverant. The day you put the seed is not the day you collect the fruits whatsoever, not for you, not for anyone. Keep your mind on your goals, on the reward, and take every necessary step so you can reap them. Emotionally, I wouldn't be too much invested, or I'll be moderate about any fluctuations of the heart, where you might be like super enthusiastic and then I love this and I hate this, and also connecting with dynamics around you of people. It's more like an internal process. You keep your mind on the goal and you believe in it regardless people believe in you or it or not. So that means that emotionally You are not so much invested. You are invested in your time and your energy and with your beliefs. You believe you can do it. Whether it takes this amount of time, whether it takes this amount of effort, but the way you see effort, it's necessary to change. So the Ten of Wands here on your unconscious and in your past tells me that you need, Virgo, to clear your plate from other people's stuff. Work on you for you. Okay? Clear your plate. Don't carry stuff that is not all yours. Defend and protect your ideas and your vision. So you might be surrounded by a lot of disbelief. That's why I had so many people on the reading before when I flipped the cards. You might be presently in the present moment surrounded by, I would say, a tough crowd, Virgo. It's a tough crowd. It's a tough crowd, but it's meant to awaken this belief and this vision and this mission and this object and this goal. You are walking from point A to point B. You can do it. But you have slow ride. So the Knight of Pentacles is a bit of a slow ride. It takes longer than other nights to get stuff done. But once it's done, other people are sure they can step on it because it's well built, because it's secure, because it's thought for the long run. But baby, you got to start on it. You got to keep doing it. Little by little. Little by little, it's your message here. You got to start somewhere. You got to start little. You got to go little by little. You have to be patient. You have to be perseverance. And you have to keep your eyes on the prize and on the path that you know you are intended for. It's going to take a bit of a time. But you can do it. Just contemplate how far you've got. Maybe last year, rewind to last year, see where you were and see where you are now. Even if there were some setbacks, like had to start again, you started always from a better point of view, from a better strategy. So Virgo, your superpower is strategy. Use it to your benefits. To your benefit. That means you don't get lost in the methodology, in being too much of a perfectionist that you don't get shit done. Get shit done and use your perfectionism to imprint whatever you are doing with excellence. That means that is good. This is well done. Who did it? Virgo did it for sure. Okay? Believe. Keep believing, Virgo. I believe in you. I wish you all the best during this Taurus season. May you reap all the rewards you truly deserve, even if you cannot see them now. They're coming your way, or best said, you are going towards them step by step. Fuck the others. It's that simple. See you next month. Libra, Venus, fellow child. Welcome to Taurus season. Let's see what's up for you this month. Oh, so the Seven of Wands has been repeating. Maybe you have Virgo in your chart. If you do, Seven of Wands appeared in the Virgo reading, also in the Cancer reading, and then we have the the Ten of Cups that appeared in the Taurus reading. So if you have these signs in your chart, please, if you want to watch those readings, there might be something there for you. Now, connecting with your reading, Libra, you are in the defensive mode. I don't want to take that away from you. Usually when we are in a defensive mode is because we have to. Maybe you're pushing through or forward in some kind of endeavor that will require a lot of patience and energy for you. Whatever this plays out for you, the Knight of Pentacles tells me it's for the long run. So it's something you have your mind and your heart set into it, maybe for a while, or maybe it will last a while in your life. The Knight of Pentacles asks you for you to have patience, to go step by step, and to keep your eyes on the prize. Keep your eyes on the goal, as I was telling Virgo. Son of Wands, you might be having a tough crowd, or you might be your own enemy, your own tough crowd. So please stay on your ground, stay grounded, keep fighting. You're still a little bit on fighting mode, and the one reason you're fighting is because there's all of this at stake. Your individual happiness and your collective happiness. So how does your joy transport you into the world of others, of the collective? What is it that you have to give that is so precious that it creates this exchange of giving and receiving? In this, of course, I'm talking about relationships. So I feel guided to take this oracle card for you. Also, I've been reading for the past few hours. I'm getting a little bit tired. Okay, and beautiful. Some of you might be working on a new career or a new career path. Your work focus is shifting in a positive, new and successful direction. But first you need to tune in with this empowerment. You've got the power. Use your abilities to resolve this situation. You can do it. So this tells me that if you have a challenging situation ahead of you in this Taurus upcoming, or not upcoming because Taurus season just started today, but on this Taurus season, so until the 21st of May, you have the power to solve it. But it might take longer than you expect. You might have to be methodical, pragmatic. Take the steps with the resources you have. Do something. Don't let it pile up. Just do it. Just do it, Libra. One more card for you. Ooh. 2 cards. Yeah. So as an outcome, you have the Hangman. So you really need to focus, maybe have a new perspective. And maybe you won't enjoy being here, like on the stand still. There's a halt, there's this time of stillness, of gathering energy, of collecting new point of views, so you can move on with the success. And then we have the Sun. Beautiful. This is right here. So there is success in the outcome of this situation. Maybe it can be even better with the Sun card than you have imagined. You know why? Because the universe, major arcana, it's such a better creator than any of us humans here on earth, dealing with our own little issues and our own individual karma and all the process that is engaged with it. So Neptune energy, you might not be aware of all the pieces involved in this puzzle, because it's not just up to you. There's this collective slow process of change, changing your perspective about maybe what success means to you, about who is your public, your crowd. Maybe you work with the public, maybe others' feedback to your work. Of course, we all have feedback from our work, but what I mean here, I see here really the public, spectators, people watching you, people getting inspired by you, people following your advice or your words. And maybe you have more success than you really think you have. Maybe you're being defensive for no reason. Or maybe you don't need to defend against the tough crowd or tough environment, or stuff that come up in your path as blockages. Just contemplate them. I feel like Many of the blockages are not real. They might be imaginary. And that's why you're being put on waiting mode. It's for you to dissolve all the imaginary blocks that you think you have, because really what you have is the power to defend your cause, to defend your vision, and to go forward. And this is something that will stay in your life for the long run. Is earth energy. You are meant to create something that stays maybe even after you are not here anymore on this earth. Maybe you leave a legacy. Maybe you leave a legacy with your work. And maybe you're being asked to leave that legacy. Some of you might be defensive or hesitant. Should I go this way? Should I go the other way? But you know the way. If you're the Knight of Pentacles in Earth season Taurus, you know your path. You really know where you're going. If you're a Knight, you're going, you have a mission. You're going from point A to point B. You're up for the challenges. You're up for the journey. And you are holding your vision just in front of your eyes, and the rest of the world is also watching. Try not to be so discomfortable with the rest of the world watching. You're doing good. Despite what some of you think about yourselves, you're doing really good. It's just going to take a while, and you're being asked to be empowered. You have the abilities. You can do it. Well, that's all I have for you for this Taurus season, Libra. Enjoy this earth blossoming season. May you plant many beautiful seeds for us to smell the flowers once the flowers are up. Thank you. Scorpio. Let's go to Scorpio, man. Yeah, I feel like this lunar eclipse that's going to happen on the 5th of May might hold a very important piece of the puzzle that started with this solar eclipse in Aries. I feel like there's the match there. Let's see what happens. So meanwhile, we're in Taurus season. Before the eclipse, let's see what comes up for you, Scorpio. And they jump. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Ace of Cups. Oh my God, and do the Two of Cups and the King of Cups. So if you have Cancer in your chart, please look for the Cancer reading, as some of the cards are repeating. Ace of Cups. New beginning in self-love and in love for others, or romantic love, because we have the Two of Cups here. Put them here. There's this renovation in your ability to love yourself that will reflect immediately in the ability to love others, because you've been humbled in some way. That's why you're being granted this magic opportunity to begin again. Just 2 more cards for Aries. Scorpio. You might have Aries in your chart. Oh, beautiful. And another ace. So there's a lot of aces in these readings. Beautiful. Ace of Swords. A change of mind, a change of perspective, a new breath of fresh air, creative endeavor that you are taking in. You might be starting some new project with a loved one, or some new project with a group of loved ones, people that have shared the same vision, like-minded people. And then you have the Sun. So the Sun is also appearing in a lot of the readings. It's beautiful. It's very fresh, optimistic, pure point of view about yourself and the world. Let's clarify the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Swords. Oh, let's clarify the Two of Cups as well. So Two of Cups clarification. Oh my God, what is this, Scorpio? Wow. Ace of Pentacles. Good. Another new beginning. So we have almost all the aces in the deck are here. The Ace of Pentacles is a golden opportunity. So I think all the elements are conspiring, and the universe is conspiring to bring newness, freshness into your life. Man, you're on fire, Scorpio. Yeah, see, Three of Cups, the like-minded people, the group of people. It's a group of people that shares the same view. In yoga, we call it kula. Well, whatever you're doing, that's new, Scorpio, is going to fire up in this Taurus season. It's going to blossom. The universe is aligned. The universe is clapping hands, is liking what you're doing. Let's clarify the Ace of Cups. And beautiful, Three of Pentacles. So, Three of Pentacles means collaboration. You are working with the right team. You are being supported. It means that each and every one of this group of people is connecting with you, Scorpio, and everyone is doing their role. Everyone is giving their best. Everyone is participating, even though people are different, from different backgrounds, with different roles in this project or whatever it is. Man, this is big. Let's clarify the Ace of Swords. And beautiful. Seven of Wands reversed. So 7 of Wands has been appearing in the readings, but for you it appears reversed. You are no longer resisting. You are no longer in this like lonesome hero quest, like you have to do all alone by yourself. You hold the vision. You know the best. No. Ace of Swords with the 7 of Wands reversed. You are taking a new view on yourself and your present reality that allows you to think differently than you've been thinking in the past. So it's not all on your back. It's not all on you. And Three of Wands, yes. Now you're planning ahead. Now you have the resources. Now you can really see the future. It's like you have this outline plan for the long run. Now you're really aligned for the long run. It's like you have this calendar for year 1 I'm going to do this, year 2 I'm going to do this, year 3 I'm going to do this. Wow. Scorpio, all this reading says start again. Start again, start new, start fresh. You can do it. Take the opportunity. Take the people around you. They are so much in love with this project and this idea as you are. Opportunities, opportunities, opportunities all over the place. Cooperation. Like-minded people, like eye to eye, is like you don't even need to talk. For some of you, if this is a love reading, man, this can be the love of your life. Very promising, very auspicious, very aligned, very on timing, like stuff happened the way they need to happen. There's no delays, there's no blockages. No blockages. You were the blockage. Not anymore. Not anymore. Now you don't put it all on yourself. You accept others to help you. You accept also the help of the universe. Ace is universe intervention. My cat is going crazy on the couch. Sassy. Sassy. It's a bit jealous sometimes of the time I spend doing readings. Okay, that's all I have for you. Very promising, Scorpio. If it resonated, let me know by liking or subscribing the channel, leaving a comment below. I will appreciate that loving exchange of energy. Wish you all the best. Now, Sagittarius, and just because you're a fire sign, man, I'm thirsty. Okay, Sagittarius. Ooh. Okay, Sagittarius. So you're in a bit of a process. You might feel during this month a little bit disconnected emotionally from the world, from yourself, from your own emotions, and from others. This is the result of a self-sabotaging shadow inner work process. Yeah, you might be having a little bit of a dark night of the soul, where you feel like Maybe everyone is out to get you, or no one understands you. Now let's clarify here. Bit heavy energy for you, Sagittarius. I'm sorry. I'm even burping and feeling a bit of lower back pain. Okay. Okay. For some of you, there was like, I'm sorry, Sagittarius, a breakup for once. Something you thought was going to last for the long run. Someone maybe you wanted to be fully committed or marry or move into or have children with or whatever it is. Some of you, it might be even a job where you, or a shop, you thought you were going to work forever. Yeah, you had this dream that everyone could see how perfect it is. Turns out you're feeling a little bit of disconnection. Maybe the dream is not yet. And the Tower. Here it is. Yeah. The death of the dream. Star and Tower card. Maybe you wanted something to outlive your own expectations. Something that was built on not very stable ground. Something that was not meant to last till this day. At least inside of you internally. So maybe, when relationships or jobs end, if we still think about it, if you still feel stuff about it, they're still alive within you, okay? But this is not meant to stand. Whatever the Tower takes away from you is something that you were mean, to lose. If you want to connect with losing, you can also connect with accepting the end of a chapter, the end of a cycle. Maybe it was too much of a sudden change, or you feel like someone's taking, or the universe is taking the rag under your feet, but as odd as it may sound, Sagittarius, is for your own good. But you cannot force things to last more than they should. There's this big plan, there's this big scheme. The Tower comes directly from universe intervention, says, no, this ends here. Stop forcing it. Stop making it look like it's like this when it's not. But it's a big disappointment here for you, Sagittarius. Very big disappointment. If this hasn't happened, it will happen. Just so you know. When the Tower comes, it shows you that there's nothing where you thought that was everything. And you've been eluding yourself, dreaming, dreamland. It's good to dream. Being delirious, it's something else. Okay? Sorry, I have to say it how it is, how it comes up. Yeah. But you have an Ace of Swords and an Ace of Wands. So you are being guided to have a different perspective on your emotional world, how you react to others, how others react to you. You're having the opportunity to start again. And if this was a relationship that there was a breakup, a huge, it can be harsh breakup, the Ace of Wands with the Four of Wands tells me that you're being asked to keep on believing. Keep on believing that this dream you had of stability is true, that you truly deserved it, even if you didn't get it, even if it's about to end, or to be, at least if you're in a committed relationship and everything is good, please don't assume that I'm telling you you're going to break up or something. But keep in mind that probably something drastically and big needs to change in this relationship so you can get back on your feet and stay connected with you, with your emotional being. So you can have deep, meaningful, and honest relationships. Let's clarify the Tower. Something needs to change, something needs to go. It can be an aspect of the relationship, or it can be the relationship itself. Yeah. Keep keep believing. Keep believing. Yeah. Once again, the Seven of Swords and the Moon revisiting. You need to do shadow work. Work on your unconscious aspects that make you sabotage or not be true enough or sneak around or go in the back or everything that is not done in a clear way. All the aspects of yourself that you don't want others to see you have, that there's a little bit of shame or a little bit of guilt. Maybe there was something in this connection that made you feel like your energy was being stolen, or you made you feel like you had to steal other person energy so you can get whatever you needed. So that's a kind of bit of an incompatibility here. There will be success for you once you let this tower fall. Let it crumble. You cannot fight the tower. The tower appears in your reading when you've been wanting for things to last more than they should, and you've been doing like nothing to repair it. So the universe says, okay, time's up to repair. We're gonna destroy this, and you have to start again. Yeah. That's all I have for you, Sagittarius. I wish you all the strength and the luck. And be practical. Take this Taurus season to be practical about your emotional life. Okay? Wake up from dreamland. Wake up from high expectations. Whatever it is that puts you on the corner alone. You are lovable as everyone else is. Maybe you need to work a little bit on that. Okay. Capricorn, let's go. Let's go for Capricorn. What is it for my beautiful Capricorn during the month? Okay, Taurus season. Three of Swords, having the period. Also, yeah, you've been getting cards that no one got so far, Capricorn. So you're in a very unique process. So now I've read most of the signs. I just have Aquarius and Pisces to go when you have cards that none of the signs that I've read previously had. So in a very unique process within this collective school. Three of Swords, Capricorn. I'm afraid you're in a bit of painful journey in Taurus season. You're being asked to go within. Maybe there are some process that you need to go through alone. And maybe, Capricorn, start to wake up a little bit of your spiritual practice, your spiritual beliefs, if you haven't got any, like you're a man or a woman of science. Don't call it spiritual practice, call it well-being practice, but meditate, do yoga, whatever. Just change the name if you have to. You don't have to believe in anything to benefit from the benefits of meditation, for example. This is just an example. You don't have to know how Reiki energy works to go to a Reiki therapist and really get out of there feeling fucking awesome. But you're being waken up. And because maybe you were such a disbeliever, Capricorn, you're being waken up maybe in a rough way. So a little bit of tough love from the universe to you, for you to acknowledge you and go deep within and ask what the Hermit asks is, who am I? What am I doing in this world? What is my path? What is my mission? What matters to me? And only you can answer these very deep talks and questions. It's not written in any book. No one can tell you. It's your own self-journey. The Queen of Swords here might be someone not exhibiting the best qualities. Might have the interference of someone that is air energy. Okay. Someone that has, not necessarily, but someone that has Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius energy in their chart. Someone that may come out a little bit harsh. Or maybe this is you, Capricorn, that he's a little bit harsh or too much of rational and mental. And this use of too much air energy wakes up the Hermit, the Virgo energy within you. where you are being asked to respect the collective, to work not just for yourself or individual, for your own belly button, but for the others, for truly respect the collective. If you have a spiritual practice and you appear on the outside to go deeper than you really go, you might be meeting some discomfort for you to honor up, walk the talk. So it's a very specific message, and that's for everyone. Let's shuffle to clarify the Hermit. And you have the Hangman. Okay, yeah. Some stuff you're being pulled on a hold on position, like it's like a block. From here, you don't go any further without asking yourself the big questions, the big spiritual questions, the big, if you want, existential questions, if it works out better for you, this wording, existential questions. You need to answer what is no longer serving you, what deeply hurts you, what is very disappointing, and what obviously you need to change. And because of that, you're being a little bit, one more card of being put on hold, Seven of Pentacles. It's like, no, the seeds you put are not big enough to be harvested. You have to wait. You have to wait first. You have to do some inner search in order to move on. You just clarify the Hangman. And another major arcana. So this is a pretty big time in your life. Don't take anything lightly. Just be very observant. If you are being put on hold, whatever is no being immediate gratification for you, immediate result oriented to you, and you're very result oriented, Capricorn. We all know you're the best worker in the zodiac. But sometimes it has nothing to do with effort. It has to do with timing. It has to do with collective universal energy. The Wheel of Fortune says, yes, universe has your back. You're still a very lucky person. You're still very resourceful. Abundance is walking towards you, but still there is this major timing that you cannot interfere. However, how much you push forward, you can never interfere in the greater scheme. The greater scheme belongs to universe, spirit, God, Mother Nature, whatever, destiny, fate, whatever, whether you believe it or not. Okay? So very big timing in your life to ask the deep questions, to take a break, to catch your breath, to change your perspective, and to nevertheless in the difficult situations feel guided, loved, and protected from above, because you are. Okay? Wish you a beautiful Taurus season. I hope you ask the questions and get the answers you need. And see you next month. Okay. Aquarius. Ooh, jumper. Jumper, jumper, jumper. Oh my god, it was like it was glued to the ground. Oh. High Priestess in reverse with the Death. And the Four of Swords. Okay, let me tune in with your reading. Aquarius. So Pluto is really in Aquarius, you might be feeling it. Although it's a collective energy, it's not a personal planet, it's a generational planet. That's why it affects all of us in a more massive way. So Pluto energy with the Death, also Scorpio energy, and the High Priestess reverse. There's a lot of transformation here that you might feel is happening within. It's like so many stuff happening within, and it might seem like nothing is happening, and the outside world, and you might ask yourself, I've done the work. The High Priestess is here, so I've done the work, I've been doing the work. It is reversed. You might be a person that is very resisting in using your intuition, very resisting in, like, you might believe in some stuff, but then you don't do the practice. So you're like one foot in, one foot out, and that might show up during this Taurus season, where things are about to manifest and to blossom. So you're in for a bit of an endings. What no longer serves you is going to be taken away from your life. And you might start to feel it a bit internally, like you feel like something is about to happen. Something's about to happen. You're like, what is it? What is it? And the High Priestess reverse said, I don't know. I don't know. And the Wheel of Fortune. Well, the Wheel of Fortune has been repeating. The Wheel of Fortune, so very big timing this Taurus season, is a very big season for you. Everything is aligned. If you know how to listen, you will not miss out on the opportunities, but these opportunities you might want to wish like they're to begin stuff. These opportunities are more to end stuff. It's like the air is being cleared, the room is being cleaned, stuff will fall away, stuff, situations, people, agreements will be taken away from your life for good, and it's for your own benefit. Don't resist. Can't resist death. Can't resist the Wheel of Fortune, is karma. And the High Priestess reverse with the Two of Wands. And you have the Ace of Pentacles. So opportunities, not like everything's going to end in your life. You have opportunities here. But these opportunities will only come to you if you accept death. Accept death. Accept that everything must come to an end. Accept it gracefully. Accept it deep in your heart, that everything that is born is meant to peak and then to fade away. Aspects of yourself, stuff, situations, people. You might be a little resistant to accept death itself. Maybe you're afraid to die. Maybe you're afraid of relatives, friends, and family die, but that's the way of life. I'm not saying someone's about to die, please. I didn't say that. I don't do that kind of readings. But you're meant to accept the full circle of life. That's what's going to come up during this Taurus season. And the Two of Wands with High Priestess reverse shows me that you are looking forward towards the future, optimistical, but a bit resistance in your role in the spiritual world per se. It's like you're being resistant in believing stuff that's been like in front of your face all these years, and you are resistant in believing. The High Priestess reverse also tells me that you are meant to keep quiet about a specific project or endeavor for the future, like protect your energy. Do not ba to everyone else about what you're doing. It's a very internal month for you. Be practical. Finish the unfinished businesses. Clean the room, clean the house. This is a metaphor. If you really need to clean your space, of course, clean your space. But if not, this means finishing up tasks you have been piling up. Yeah, that's all I have for you, Aquarius. I wish you a beautiful Taurus season. Let me know if this reading resonated, and I see you next month. Okay, Pisces. What's up for my beautiful Pisces viewers during this Taurus season? Okay, so I see the Fool, and when I open the deck I see the Queen of Swords and the Two of Swords. So you might be feeling a little bit hesitant to start something new, a little bit rational. Maybe you don't have all the details yet. Maybe being rational is not the way to go about this. what's coming up during this season for you. Maybe being rational and hesitant and overthinking it before it happens has more to do with the old ways than with the new ways. Because the new ways, you have the Fool. The Fool is no fool. He's just very in love with life and excited. And he doesn't know the outcome of his actions, but he also doesn't care. It's really weird because I'm having a bit of the delay in my image, and then when I speak, I hope this video turns out well. Well, the Fool is in love with life. So this aspect of you that you are being invited to wake up, to go for it in a more emotional way. It's like, it doesn't matter if it works, you just have to do it. It's like when you have to do something just for the sake of it. And that's how you should go about life. You cannot just go into life, okay, I'll try this relationship, I try this job, I try going to this new place for dinner, whatever, only with guarantee in advance if I like it or not. It's not how life works. You have to experiment. So I think you're being invited in this month to experiment, experiment, and experiment. Let's just pull out 2 more cards. Ooh. Why are they all falling? And you have the High Priestess, just like Aquarius. Maybe you have Aquarius in your chart. If you do, please watch the Aquarius reading. It might have something there for you. The High Priestess. Trust your intuition. Trust your gut. And if there's something really beautiful, magical that you know you're manifesting, say no one. Be joyful in private. Don't put it on social media, especially if you don't have the results yet. Okay? Keep it to yourself. Keep it to your circle. Keep it close to your heart. Protect your energy, Pisces. We all know that sometimes you're a little bit of a sponge and you take a little bit of all the whole zodiac, and you might be a little bit influenced by the energy of the people in front of you. Protect your energy. Protect your energy. Let's clarify the Fool and the High Priestess. So very important timing during this Taurus season for you. You're invited to start something new, to trust your gut. Why are all the cards falling? Where did they go? Oh my God. So this is Pisces reading. I don't mind that you all probably notice I'm reading in my underwear, actually in my bikini. I just been to the beach previously to this reading. Okay. So you can activate this very powerful energy of the Fool. That means to initiate with pleasure, with joy of life, having the right conversations with the right people. Whatever ignites your heart, whatever makes you glad you are alive. This is the circle you can talk to about your projects. There might be something that comes up really quick in your life, like an invitation. I see this as an invitation, as an opportunity, or someone that comes to help you. This might be very in and out energy, but you, with your intuition, will know what to do with this opportunity. So don't expect much, but expect something that can change. It can change your perspective. Let's just clarify. I got a little bit curious with this Knight of Swords. If you have something to say, say it. Watch out how it comes, but say it, don't hold on. Be practical. That's too much cards, sorry. Just one card to clarify the Knight of Swords for my dear Pisces. Okay. Yes. There's an ending here with the Death card. There's an ending so you can be more autonomous, more independent. So whatever is in the way of you being empowered, successful, independent, a rising inspiration in your community, whatever is on the way, it must change. So maybe you're also changing the way you view yourself. You are viewing yourself with all the resources you have. And maybe you haven't before. Maybe you've been a little bit quiet about all these things that you know, about how much you can contribute to something, how smart you are, how fast you are, fast thinking, fast, also sometimes fast judging, Pisces, sorry. Okay? But you are good. You're very good judge of character. Although sometimes you might be a little bit fast judging, but you're very good. You're Pisces. You don't think you know, you know. You have a very good gut feeling. Trust it. Knight of Swords also asks, Pisces, that you say the things in the right timing, you see? If you hold on, digest it, pile it up, when it comes up, it might come like too harsh. If you say it on the right timing, with the correct words, be clear, be honest, be truthful, you are truly honoring your intuition. Because you're saying the things when they came up. Not a week before, not a month before, not a week after, not a month after, not a year after. Empowerment is what I see in your reading. A lot of feminine energy, whether you be male or female, doesn't matter. And accept the endings, accept the necessary endings. For some of you, the death with the Knight of Pentacles might mean you choose to be single. This might mean a breakup. But also, it might mean that within a relationship, you empower yourself in the couple dynamic. So some stuff that need to end because they're not healthy. For some of you, you don't need to have a breakup. You just need to take a breath of fresh air and reintroduce yourself to your partner. Say, listen, you know what I am? I'm the Knight of Pentacles. Not the Knight, but the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles, she's like a distant cousin from the Queen of Pentacles. She knows her worth. She has the ability to have zoom in and zoom out of life. So she's very practical the way she leads her life. She leads her life into plenty, into abundance. She's very smart with her money. Very smart. Anyway, Pisces, this is all I have for you. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Let me know if it resonated. Leave a comment below, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Whatever loving exchange you have for me interacting with this video, I will gladly accept it with love as well. Wish you all the best of luck, opportunities, light and love during this Taurus season. Bye.